Bayley has made a very interesting WWE admission. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what she had to say, because Bayley is starting to shine, and she's starting to prove the haters wrong while supporters are being proved right. If you've gone along with Bayley during her journey in WWE from NXT to where she is now, well, you know what she has gone through. You've seen the struggles, you've seen the successes, and you've also seen the failures. And in WWE, it's a brutal, brutal life. If you think about it, things, yes, have gotten better for talent since, let's say, the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, even the PG era, and of course, let's not even try to go into the 80s and the 70s, where one day they would be in New York, and the next day they had to be in Los Angeles. I mean, the travel schedule of that was just absolutely brutal. And Bayley, well, she's seen the evolution in which WWE has undergone in recent years, right? From her days in NXT, where she was overlooked despite being one of the four horsewomen of WWE, alongside the likes of Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and of course Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks. But Bayley has also seen the good and the bad of what pro wrestling has to offer. Especially the struggles, right? Because the struggles she went through, she was overlooked in NXT, let's be real. Compared to those three other talents, compared to those three other friends, she was overlooked in NXT by Triple H, who is obviously booking main roster creative right now. I say all that to be said because when she was called up to the main roster under Vince McMahon, she felt lost, right? She found a lot of success right out of the gate, but it wasn't the same magic that she had in NXT. You felt it, I felt it, and the rest of the fan base felt it, to the point where she knew she had to make a big change. And so she did that, right? We went through the heel turn in 2019 or so, which was phenomenal. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think Bayley's work during the pandemic era, where she was feuding with Michael Cole on commentary, she was paired with Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, they had a run together, right? That dynamic was such a fun period of time in Bayley's career. Now, I cover the backstory of Bayley, and there's more to it, and I'll get to it in a little bit. But the reason I bring up the backstory, the reason that I tell you about the struggles and the triumphs of Bayley's WWE career is because of this admission. Because Bayley recently did an interview with Bodyslam.net's Mark O'Brien ahead of a recent PLE. And she was asked what she learned since making her WWE main roster debut in 2016. She said, "I would like to say that I've progressed a lot. As a person, I've taken all my life's lessons and applied it here and just accepted the WWE superstar lifestyle as a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. It's hard to look at it as like, this is what I do for my job. Even though this was my dream, at some point, you're just like, I gotta go work. I gotta go to work, which can be stressful. Throughout my years, I realized it's much easier to take it as a lifestyle. I think my character has really grown with me behind the scenes, you know? I try to intertwine them to make it feel as real as possible. Hopefully that translates to the audience. But I think we're in a good spot right now. So let's break this down for a minute. Let's go back to my talking point about schedules, right, and how brutal it is. You got to keep in mind that WWE Stars right now, well, depending on the brand that you're on, is something in which you have to take into consideration. Because if you're a SmackDown talent currently on Friday nights, you're going to fly out Friday morning, maybe Thursday evening, right? You're on the road, you work Saturday, Sunday, you fly home Monday morning. Maybe if you're just an absolute maniac, you fly home Sunday night. If you're on Monday Night Raw, well, you start the work week on Saturday, Sunday, and then you fly out Tuesday morning after working Monday Night Raw. So you're still on that grind because WWE, they still do house shows. And I've never heard someone put it like the way that Bayley did, which was, look, I can't look at this as, well, I just have this job and then I go and do the job, but then when I come back It's not me. I don't think about it. It's normal. It's completely regular, right? It's no different from a 9 to 5. That's BS. You know it, I know it, she knows it, and why would she even try to pretend that it's not? It's not, so let's not pretend. It's completely different. It is her life. It is a very odd yet beautiful career that is the pro wrestling business. Whether you have multiple jobs in it, I include myself, I cover the business on a day-to-day basis. There's nothing else like it. When it comes to Bayley, though, the way that she's seen it, and it's like, okay, not only am I going to put this first in front of me, it's going to be number one over everything else. Good or bad, like it or not, right or wrong, it's number one priority. It has to be in her world. She's dedicated her life. She's dedicated all of these years to this moment right now. She is the women's champion. 2024 is the year of Bayley. She won the Women's Royal Rumble match. She beat Io Sky at WrestleMania 40 in a very, very entertaining match. Then Backlash France. What does she do? She runs it back, and she successfully defends the championship over Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match. Now, I took issue with the finish of that match. I won't lie, y'all. But I think a Naomi-Bayley feud will be a lot of fun in the meantime. Compared to where Bayley and other stars have worked, where they had to do the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday loop, and you're home a day and a half, that was rough, y'all. Does anyone remember Tuesday night SmackDown TV tapings? Does anyone remember Thursday night SmackDown TV tapings? Right? Where they would tape it on Tuesday after them boys and girls were on the road for 4 days straight. Oh my God. There's a reason why SmackDown sucked for so many years, because it was a B show level, right? At least with Friday, they get a little bit of a break. Especially the SmackDown talents, right? And the brand extension and the draft and the split of the rosters, like they don't have to work 4 straight days. Like that's a pretty good deal for them right now. That used to be a grind. But I appreciate Bayley being so open and honest about the WWE lifestyle, the way that she views it, the way she thinks others should view it, right? I think that's very smart on her behalf. And I hope that not only does she speak more of it to give the fans a little bit of a different insight into her life, but I also hope that that encourages others to speak up, give their side, and share their experiences as well.